Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I want to carry on our discussion about the Sniperoo and also about the Axiom pools. Okay, Axiom Pro. Okay, just choose the pool, so it's shown here as a pools. Who knows, maybe we're gonna find something here. Okay, something interesting. But before we start, I just have to mention that this video is not a financial advice. Everything is only entertainment and educational purposes. Do your own research, guys. I think that one of those things which you might be interested on how to do on Sniperoo is how to top up your wallet, right? So it's very easy. You just go into that wallet icons here, and you got a wallet, right? I got actually two. I got a one test and one main wallet. Okay, I'm using the main wallet for the purposes of those videos. I put some small amount of salt there, and the only balance left here is 2.88, right? So the easier thing is, okay, you can go and you just copy that address, and once you copy that address, you just need to go to your wallet and just send the money into that address, and the money should be there within the next few seconds or minutes maximum. Okay, it depends what the traffic is, okay, what's the congestion on the network, right? So that's how easy it is to actually do it, right? So pretty straightforward. Make sure that you actually know your main wallet address, okay, before you process it, because and if you do it incorrectly, money will go. So do maybe some small amount first, and then once we are happy, money being received here, you just go for the amount you initially were aiming. Okay, so guys, all right, let's go back into the Axiom. As I said, let me go ahead and do some we'll see if there's any possible trades available here for us, right? So, and I got this Sniperoo. I like to have this Sniperoo on the right hand side being visible all the time. Just if something will pop up, we just simply go and click on that, and if we decided to buy it, we can buy it. And once we buy it, we just simply go and gonna see it here on the position side, right? Which one thing which I cannot actually do is that's since I think Saturday or something, a few days already, I cannot sell that token. So I was trying to sell that token and I cannot do it. I think the liquidity is basically gone. There is nothing to be sold. But yeah, okay, I got it. The only thing is I just want to remove that one here from this, not showing it anymore on my Sniperoo. So I'll be keen to see if the guys will come up with something like, okay, you cannot get rid of this this coin, you cannot sell it, right? So at least give me a chance to just delete it. I don't want to see it anymore, right? So okay, let's go back into the topic, right? So okay, now final stretch. I like to see what's going on the final stretches, right? But the thing is that sometimes on the new pairs you also can find some interesting coins, right? But for the moment, is there anything trending here? Okay, the one thing which is definitely trending at the moment out there in the world is, we got a conclave, right? So let's say that in the matter of next minute to 10 minutes, half an hour, let's say that the new pope will be elected. I'm pretty sure that that will also reflect. Here we go. You see pope, right? Here we go. You got here the pope icon here. Okay, let me have a look here quickly. I just want to see if there is any news on it, right? So let me see. Is there any news about the pope? But no, I don't see it on my phone yet. Okay, conclave. Conclave. Okay, so no, nothing there yet. Okay, so the thing is that if the Pope will be elected today, most likely not. That's what they say, the commentators. But if it will, okay, you never know. Automatically the coins will pop up here, okay, under the new pairs. And the main thing is just to come up and find some good ones, right? So like a decent developer, not much of the bundling, not much of the snipers, and not many of those people who actually who have a majority like a top holders, so we want to get some of those which they actually have some sort of opportunity to grow at least a little for us to make some money, right? It's nice to see some of those devs migrate, which they already been migrated. So for example, this one Warren, this is it started from still 3 or 4 5 days ago, right? But it's still popping up here. Okay, so we like to see like those devs migration. So 35 of those coins, this dev was created, and in the past, were migrated, which is a good sign. I'm not saying that those coins might not go to zero because they they definitely can, but it's a good sign to see it, right? The other good sign to see it is actually if the DEX was paid, because if the DEX was paid, it means that they actually had, at least I think, did to go into the DEX and into the DEX screener, right? Let me go ahead. I just pop out here. Okay, do we have a DEX here? No, DEX. Right. Yeah, so on the deck screener, by the way, you can see those Sniperoo buttons here. Okay, I really like it, because if you, let's say that you are part of some group, like, on Telegram or Twitter, and you have like a knowledge, everyone say like, oh, this coin might be a good one, and you can see that coin here, boom, you can automatically go and buy it, and that will show up here on the position side on the Sniperoo, which is quite cool, And as I said, remember guys, this Sniperoo widget here on the right hand side will be following you all the way to the end of the session of this Chrome. Okay, so very handy. But let's go back into the deck screener. Okay, so deck screener, right? If the guys here on the left, let me see, on the here, where's any coin here? Okay, is there any coin which has paid deck screener? Okay, paid here, right? Okay, another one. Do you have another one? Another one is paid, right? What it means, here you go, another one. But what it means that they actually spent $300. I think it's a $300 now to be listed here, right? On the DEX screener. Okay, DEX screener is quite popular because the DEX screener is actually 12.3 million people are visiting DEX screener, right? Which is huge. Back in February, 25 million. Okay, but we all know, because a little bit like, the cycle is basically over, so we are a little bit we are not in such a bull market right now, basically. Then at the moment, the meme coins are still popular, but there's not so much going on like back in, I don't know, November, December, January, even February this year, right? So the thing is that the demand for those type of platforms a little bit is less than it used to be. Okay, and the reason is very simple. The bull market is basically over, so now we're looking for another pop-up, right? So but the thing is that there's still 12.3 million visiting this website. Okay, and if the guys will go and invest in it, right, that $300, they will be listed here, right? Which is great, because then the people who actually are trading, they're thinking, oh, hold on a second, they have some marketing budget, they may have some plans in for that coin. They want to be open for wider public, right? So there's more retail investors here, in a nutshell, here on the DEX trader, right? So yeah, and that might be a bullish side for some of the traders to go and invest in that coin. Okay, so just for you guys to know. So the other thing is, let me see, is there any sort of yeah, this one. Okay, so I put this pro traders, okay, filter. So I want to see at least minimum 80, right? So let me see 80 here on the migrated side, the same. I want to go with 80 and see if there is anything which over 80. Yeah, there are some, like this coin, okay, hotel. The experience paid, but those are inside holdings, very in red, and bundles 67%. Okay, let me have a look here. It looks probably a bit. No, it doesn't look dodgy, right? Doesn't it? Or maybe no. 2 hours, right? Okay, there is some movement here. Despite the fact that the bundles are 51%, insiders 46, top holders 18.1. Look, those numbers here, those 4 percentage points, they should not go over 30%, right? Which in this particular case is absolutely way over. Like that's 100%, more even than 100%, right? So the thing is that it looks a bit sketchy, doesn't it? I don't know. There's still like minus 25%, 5 minutes, 37,000 volume. I think this coin is going nowhere anymore. It's finishing. It had their time. Probably some money were made on this one, but I think it's over, right? And so let's go back into our migrated, okay, and migrated. All right. So there is another one. Okay, this one. Okay, dev actually had 96 migrations. All right, so pretty good dev, and there is some movement here. Okay. Okay, dive bought. Okay, there are a few of those they bought it, right? Which is great. They still keep investing into that one, and it's a little bit going up, like 1 hour. It's there. We had 206 pro traders, 426 holders, 52k 5 minutes volume, a little bit like it's going down about 3%. No, it's going up in 5 minutes. Okay, so yeah, the people are coming in. If the people are coming in, there is a good chance that this coin will actually do some, maybe they'll actually will even come back there, right? So let me have a quick look. Okay, let's do some Fibonacci's here, right? I like to go and with the Fibonacci, go all the way there, right? So, okay. Right, okay, so where we are now? Okay, 0.76, okay, and it went up, all right? That's a really good indicator here, 0.786 on the Fibonacci line, right? If we were at some point here, for example, okay, and you're wondering, it's nice to have those indicators on because, for example, 0.786, I like to look into this one, okay, because many cases, those trades are really actually bouncing back, right? So there is a support line here on 786, right? Same here, 0.618 here. There was also a support for a short period of time, but it was here, and now look, it's going back, So another support, so look how precise those Fibonacci numbers can be, right? You just need to go and find, what's where we started off from, and then where we're going to the top, and the numbers, it's something that will show up automatically for you, Obviously, they are not 100% precise, but you never know, right? You never know. Here again, 0.5, was support, and it came into the resistance 0.83, and then became support again and dropped to 0.68. Those indicators are quite cool, right? And it's holding on 0.618. Okay, should we invest in that one? And wait, maybe. Hold on a second. I don't know. It'd be nice if it would drop here, right? If it drop here and then we'll go back again, I might wait for another minute or two here on this one. But I think that's all what I want to cover in this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you had any comments, questions, leave it down below. If you like it, please hit the like button. If you can subscribe to my channel, it will be much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching.